Girl Frontlines too, and it has the same implementation, the same disease that other unfortunate turn-based games have, like Epic 7, like the likes of games of Honkai Star Rail. I guess that's like a turn-based game thing, I guess, to have autoplay. It's a terrible implementation. I feel like even like in modern titles and newer ones that come out nowadays, it's just not a good idea, I think, to implement them at all and put it into your games. I feel like it's just a killer. It's gonna kill your game eventually, at a faster rate, I would say. Like, not only the fact that on its own turn-based games is already unappealing for a majority of the audience, but you're also putting an autoplay. So why is autoplay such a terrible and bad implementation? Well, due to the fact that it's simple. It's simply not engaging. It removes the player engaging with the game. The whole purpose of a video game is for the player to interact, to do something, not to press this. You enter a combat, you press a button, an autoplay button, and then the game just plays for you. Like, what's the point? How are you entertained? The game literally plays for you. You don't have to do anything. Like, so in terms of like reference, let's say like Honkai Star Rail, and why I lost so fast the motivation to play it as the time went on, is, I would say, majority of it was because it's not engaging. It wasn't engaging. It still had the same old gacha, I guess, or Hoyoverse gameplay loop, with the whole the way they designed their, Archon or main storyline is just poor implementation, I would say. It's where you have like 90% yapping and 10% gameplay, and it's just such a sleeper. You just fall asleep to that sort of thing. So you have that, and on top of it you have the autoplay button. You have even the 2x button that makes the animation, the combat go faster, so we can progress through the further. So eventually down the line we realize that what's the point? Like, I'm not playing the game. I'm logging in, I'm doing my dailies. I let the autoplay play for me. I alt-tab while the autoplay goes. I alt-tab, to see, I don't know, social media and whatnot, see what's going on around the world. And that's it. Once that's done, I leave the game. So really, all you're doing is just doing some events there and there for the currency and for some characters, which do look really nice. That's not to take away from them, obviously, but yeah, I would say that's the main reason as to why killed the game for me, or killed the motivation to log in, is because it's of that implementation. It's not engaging. It's anti-fun. And I feel like that's something could plague Girl Frontlines 2 as well. It's just this simple, basic implementation into the game. Regardless of like the game is turn-based or not, I think the developers honestly should just remove it. They should just remove it. It doesn't matter that, it could be an outcry or anything. Who cares? As long as you get to play the game, because at the end of the day, you're probably at the start, you're not going to use it, but down the line, you're going to get the itch. You're going to get the itch to press it and just let it play for you. It's inevitable, really. And then once that happens, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose the will to log in, the will to, you're gonna forget it. You're gonna forget it. It's gonna collect dust for a couple weeks maybe, and then once you notice that, hey, this has been collecting dust. I haven't touched it. I'm just gonna delete it. And that's basically it. I mean, to be fair, like I feel like in games like maybe Epic 7 has a good excuse for it. It's an older game, so you could give an excuse, but hey, you know, this is an older game. This sort of implementation is passable, but we do have a game mode for a turn-based game, which is, you know, player versus player, which is, again, infinite replayability. That's why I think a lot of people still to this day play Epic 7, because of the, you know, the arena. You literally have infinite replayability, and on arena, what do? It's all manual play. There's no autoplay. There's no AI there to hold your hand and play for you. You know, you don't have that sort of, you're not gonna have that sort of thing in Star Rail. You're not gonna have that sort of thing in the Girl Frontlines too. And that's unfortunate, and I think that's could potentially be a downfall. I could see myself just basically dropping the game in the future, but the design of the game itself looks appealing. It's like a XCOM type game with like gooning implementation, very detailed, you know, character models and feet. Yeah, the types of I feel like we definitely trying to capture an audience with this game. It's like we're trying to capture a niche audience and just trying to capitalizing off it, which is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a niche, as long as you know, that's your motivation. That's what you have pride for and you excel at. But yeah, that was just basically, that was it. That was just a short talk, you know, yapping away about this, what I would regard one of the worst implementations in video games is the autoplay. It's awful, it's bad, should not be in nowadays. It's lazy. We all already living in lazy era where we all just, from majority of our free time, probably just sitting down, and to have a game play for you is just, it's a no. Just no. Stop it. Please.